Welcome back to 23-Minute Reads with me, Maya D. This is kind of like my virtual book club because in these 5 minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, that is Critical Response Process. As a part of my 23 to 23 challenge, I'm reading 23 minutes per day, every day as an action of self love, as an investment into myself, and as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever changing world. Hoping that you will join me along in this journey by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and dropping some comments down there in that comment section so there's an actual dialogue going on. Having in mind that while I have several decades of experience as an educator, as a performer, and a curriculum writer, I'm not the know-all be-all for this book. I'm simply providing a space for dialogue. This was my first week reading the book, and I read pages 1 through 33. Let me get my notes so I can give you my 3 takeaways. Feel free to go ahead and like, subscribe, or just drop a book in the comments below so that I know that you're here with me. Takeaway number 1 is unspoken values. Here's a quote. Taking criticism quietly was the expected routine. We had no way of straightening out which values were being used as the standard. End quote. This quote comes from the introduction section of the book and speaks to the need of or for transparency because unspoken values can be a barrier to receiving critical feedback. Unspoken values can turn a feedback session into a heavily opinionated session that doesn't offer the artist the information that they need in order to continue to grow the art. And this is why this process is so beneficial. Takeaway number 2 is roles. This process includes 3 roles. 1, an artist who is invested in the future evolution of their piece of art. Number 2, responders who are sincerely concerned with the artist making work that is excellent or the artist making work that is excellent for them. And note that sincerity of is more like care, that you care that the artist is making the best work that they can work. So care can be interchanged for sincerely. And third, the facilitator. Now this facilitator, is kind of like a traffic signal because you are helping to guide the conversation. So that means if you come up to tricky parts, you're telling this thing to move along, this thing to slow back, this thing to move. You're also the translator at times and the coach. Takeaway number 3 is statement of meanings. Here's another quote from the book. Artists want to hear that what they have just completed has significance to another human being. End quote. These statements of meaning are step 1 in the process, and they help to move the conversation away from ego coaxing or crushing comments like, oh, that was really great, or that was really horrible, and are a way to offer the artist more specificity of the statement and help to drive the conversation. So the facilitator can start by asking the responders what was stimulating, surprising, evocative, memorable, touching, or meaningful. So this way, it's providing the potential for that specificity in speaking to the art. Speaking of feedback and speaking to the art, what are your thoughts? Have you used this process before? What was your experience with it? Or do you have any book suggestions that you would like me to read for some upcoming books? Leave those in the comments below. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Stay blessed, spread a good word, and I'll see you again soon.